other thing. It is cyclical. We've been here before. It's all throughout cultures where they talk about this precession of the equinoxes. And currently, Brandon, we are at a point, like my belief, and science is catching up with this now as well, is that we are in a binary system with the star Sirius. So the sun and Sirius are in a binary system, and 80% of star systems are in either binary or more connections with other stars. So why would the sun be this anomaly out on its own? You know,
because the Earth is flat.
Yeah. Oh, let's not go there.
Well, I want to go there. Go ahead. We'll tie it into Antarctica, which I did note we are going to come back to. Go ahead.
Yes, we will. The sun and Sirius go around like this, circle close to one another, cross paths, and then they never collide, thankfully, but come out. So when the sun and Sirius, and ancient cultures in ancient Egypt, they revered Sirius as this very special spiritual star. And lots of cultures did. When Sirius and the sun are close together, we're in the golden age of this 26,000-year precessional cycle, and we're at this highest level of consciousness. Our brains function at theoretically 100% instead of 10%. You know, you've probably heard we only have function with 10% of our brain. The rest is kind of not used. But when we're in the golden age, we use it all, and we speak telepathically, and we can sort of use energy fields to travel and so on and so on. But when we drop down into the Kali Yuga, it's called in Hindu, we drop down, and that's when. So we're close together. My fingers, for the people who are just listening and can't see me, my fingers are close together, sun and Sirius, and then we drop down and the stars move apart, and we drop down into the Iron Age, the Kali Yuga, the Dark Ages, basically. And that's where we are right now, where the age of Pisces is the lowest age of man, where we have only 10% of our brain working, where we can't talk telepathically. There's little remnants of it here and there, but it's not like what it would be in the golden age. We don't use energy fields to travel. A lot of the shadow side of Pisces energy in astrology is to be deceived, to be disillusioned, and that's what's been going on. We've had the wool fucking pulled over our eyes for thousands of years here. We're coming out of that now, and we are on the rise up. So you hear a lot of people talking about moving into the age of Aquarius. Well, that takes about 300 years to transition from Pisces to Aquarius because the precession is so slow. So it's kind of an overlapping of ages, and we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're seeing so many signs and signals of the Aquarian age already. The Aquarius age is the rise up, going back towards the golden age. So as things go forward, we're going to be acquiring more and more and more knowledge and wisdom that has been lost over the last 12,000 years of the drop down, the fall, as it's referred to in the Bible, the fall of mankind into the dark age. And then we go back. So, I don't know how I got on that tangent, but it's one of my favorite topics, if you can't tell.
Oh my God. No, I love that you did. If our experience here is so much based on that maybe that's how many lifetimes you reincarnate here to do a full cycle of experience human.
I've been wondering about that myself. Yes. If you think about our karma, as we've gone through this lower consciousness age, we've all done shitty things. We've all been the perpetrator. We've all been the evil guy.
Yeah.
It's just part of the experience of this, let's call it one cycle that we've got on Earth School,
Yeah.
And we're going to get to the chance to do some really awesome shit too, as we go back up and we keep reincarnating. I love that you said that, because I pondered that myself.
You made me think about it just now. I was just like, oh my God, what if that's the amount of, because then it's not like until you figure it out thing, right? Because that's kind of shitty. You know what I mean? Because there's no clear rule book. This is one of the biggest issues I got with religion is they try and tell you, hey, this is exactly how it goes. But who the fuck said that shit? I ask way too many questions. I'm like, who said it? There's so many inaccuracies. I remember our pastor as a child saying that it's the number one, the only book on the planet that's never contradicts itself. And man, that
bullshit.
man just lied to everybody. But I thought that for the longest time, because why would that dude lie? Again, I was in that 3D. I had no context of even questioning shit. And when that came about, that's the fine gentleman you see before you. But again, it took me walking through the nonsense to get there. Now, this is interesting because then it's not dependent on information that you don't have access to, right? Because on the other side, it may be you can kind of get yourself closer, whatever. And I mean, I don't even know what that process looks like how you would even quantify that or whatever, and how there'd be a wrong way to do it, so if you did fuck it up, you're like, you know what happened, you lived a perfect life, like you nailed everything. But that one time you went to a Shoney's in 1987 and you got a toothpick out of the thing, you dropped that paper on the ground, like you thought it went in the trash can because you were talking, and you threw it at the trash can, but it went like that, and you didn't turn around and pick it up. So you actually have to go back to the fucking dark ages and be burned as a witch for like a while. And that would fucking suck, right? Like this is the kind of, when you really think about it, this is like what this is. You know what I mean? When they're like this specific about things that this person telling you knows that you don't.